Hey there, it's CJ Willie, and I'm cracking a pack today. I'm back with pack number 5 of my 1987 Donruss Wax Pack Mustard Rookie Card Chase. I've included the link to the video when I cracked the first pack. In the video, I explain what I'm chasing, and I've also created this nifty checklist to show what we've pulled as we crack all these mustard packs. As usual, after I crack the pack, I'm going to choose the best card of the pack. It doesn't have to be a rookie, superstar, or even a Hall of Famer. It can be something funny about the photo, maybe something interesting about the player, or maybe some memory I had of the player from way back in the 80s. So, thus far, we've been able to mark off Mark McGuire from our check list. So, hopefully, we'll get some more. All right, here we go. Here's our fifth pack. I've been a fan of the 1987 design for quite a bit. Oh, looks like we got one of our chase cards off the back. That's pretty cool. So I was pretty sure these packs hadn't been searched. I bought quite a few of them from a buyer on eBay, and thus far I've had pretty good luck. Off camera, I've opened like a Will Clark and another Mark McGuire and some of the other smaller rookies. Okay, first card, Todd Worrell. He came up with the Cardinals late in 1985. He was part of their postseason run, acted as their closer for the majority of the 1985 year. It was bullpen by committee. He had a famous Game 6 against the Royals in the World Series, ran to cover the bag. The replay showed that Jorge Orta was out. Don Dinkinger called him safe. Rest is history. Royals won the World Series. I was sad my Cardinals weren't able to make it to a World Series championship. Jim Gatner, his photos have always made me laugh. He's got, kind of the 80s glasses, aviator glasses, if you will, in almost all of his photos. I don't know what it is. Maybe the combination between the mustache and the glasses just makes me think this guy is not a baseball player. He was a starting second baseman for a long time with the Brewers. Jerry Hairston, he's part of a grandfather, father, son, so 3 generations of baseball players. His father, Sam Harrison, played in the major leagues. Jerry played in the late 70s to mid 80s, and then his son, Jerry Hairston Jr., and I think there was another son that played in baseball as well. Jerry Hairston Sr. was mainly a backup outfielder, pinch hitter. Ernest Riles, or better known as Ernie Riles, came up as a starting shortstop with the Brewers, but then spent the vast majority of his career as a backup utility infielder, Brewers, Red Sox, another team. Scott McGregor, he was a starting pitcher during the late 70s, early Orioles runs to the playoffs. He was part of their 1983 World Championship team. Looks like we got one. Greg Gross, or Greg Gross, I'm not entirely sure. I always thought Greg Gross and Kevin Gross were brothers because they both played with the Phillies. I doubt that that's the case. Here's another instance of mustache and glasses. Maybe I should start counting the number of players that have a mustache in the 80s with some of the funny aviator glasses. He was mainly a backup outfielder pinch hitter for quite a while. Dan Petrie was part of the Tigers' run in the early to mid, almost late 80s. Starting pitcher, had a little bit of success. After the Tigers, he moved on to the Angels. I think he won pretty close to 100 games in his career. Cecil Cooper, he was an underrated player, was a starting first baseman for the Brewers for a number of years, had some power. He was part of the Harvey Wallbanger bunch that played with the Brewers when they had their playoff run in the early 80s. He was part of the team that lost to my Cardinals in the 1982 World Series. Ken Howell came up with the Dodgers as a starting pitcher. Pitched for the Phillies, the A's. I'm trying to think of another team he may have been on, but mainly was a middle innings guy. Had some success a little bit as a starter, but mainly was middle innings guy. Fernando Valenzuela, he's a recognizable name. Mid 80s, late 80s, all the way into the 90s, starting pitcher with the Dodgers. I think what happened to him, he had a pretty good start to his career, over usage. You know, if we take a look at the back of his card, he pitched a ton of innings. This is well before, you know, 200 innings was kind of the cap, averaging probably around 250 to 270 innings. As you can see here, 21 and 11 in 86, tied for the league lead in wins and complete games. Eventually, I think his pitching arm just fell off. He got injured, didn't pitch much. I think his very last few games were in 1996 with the Cardinals and Padres. Dave Magadan here. Looks like it's a rookie card. It's got a little bit of damage right there. Looks like our last few cards, no, some of the cards had a ding in the lower left-hand corner. I believe this is Dave Magadan's rookie card. Yep. He came up with a lot of promise, just that didn't pan out with the Mets. Randy Bush, outfielder with the Twins. Mainly kind of a fourth outfielder backup sort of guy. Russ Morman, I don't remember much about Russ Morman and what he did, other than he was on a couple of cards in the late 80s with the White Sox. Ken Dixon, mainly kind of a middle innings guy with the Orioles. And then our final card, which is really awesome, but it's got a couple of things going against it. One, it's got the corner ding, so that's an absolute bummer because it was the last card in the pack. And it's got the wax from the wax pack. But Bo Jackson, this is a fantastic card, rookie card for him. Bo came up and just took the major leagues by storm. My favorite memory of Bo Jackson is in the 1989 All-Star game. He took a meatball from Rick Rochelle and just blasted it to the deepest part of center field for a home run. What it would have been like if he hadn't decided to dual sport it with the Los Angeles Raiders playing running back, hurt his hip, and then the rest is downhill. He had hip surgery, tried to make a comeback with the Angels and the White Sox, just couldn't do it, and then eventually was out of baseball and football. But I like to think if he had stuck in baseball, he would have had a very, very successful, if not possibly Hall of Fame career. So, Bo Jackson is the best card of the pack. I'm not going to spend much more time going over his accomplishments. He is a fan favorite to collect, for sure. And so, now we've opened another of our chase cards. So I will be marking off Bo Jackson once I find my pen, which I didn't have down here by me. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did like it, please subscribe and share. Also share with me in the comment section what your favorite card or what you thought was the best card of the pack. Until next time when I crack the next yellow pack of 1987 Donruss goodness in my mustard rookie card chase.